wanted to do a quick video for you guys. This is about winterizing your RV for the winter, for nomads, and here's plugging a roof in here on your cab over bed. Here's one here, and there are all kinds of places in the camper to where you're going to have to winterize it. All this in here has been insulated. You see, all this is insulated now. These side wings and uprights here, they have to be insulated. It's all insulated underneath here. Okay. Inside of all my windows, I have foam in all my windows. All of them. Okay, here's the one thing that makes this camper special. Over there is my dump valves. Here are my holding tanks up inside my basement. On the other end is a duct that blows into the basement. Okay, that's why you step up to come in here. There's the back one. There's a front one up there. And I wanted to show you. I took a footstool and I put a stanchion here and there so I can take the stanchion out and let it be a footstool or let it be a table. So that's what I've done with that. These access doors around the outside of the camper have rubber gasket in them, and I have insulation foam in here. You can see it. So inside of all these access doors have insulation foam board and rubber gaskets, and every last one of these is a rubber gasket and insulating foam board. So the whole thing is insulated from top to bottom. If you're boondocking on the streets, nobody's going to know there's any lights on in the camper because it's totally blacked out, you see. To be stealth, nobody can know you're in there. See, my foam is in there. And so I just wanted to share this with you. And I even have insulating foam in here. The insulating foam is twofold purpose. Number one purpose is to insulate, to keep hot air from escaping. Number two purpose is your keep the light out when you're being stealth on the streets. See, nobody can tell there's going to be anybody in here. And this foam can always, in the summer, you can take your foam and put it underneath your bed. So, okay. So, I just wanted to let you know that. Show this to everyone. Oh, inside of here, that goes to the outside, the part of this vent that goes to the outside, it has foam in it too. And you can see the edge of this. In my previous videos, I took this whole front wall off. So this big metal box, this surrounds your propane tank metal box, it's totally insulated. Insulated foam board insulation. I built a foam board insulation box to go all around the foam board metal box. So it's completely insulated because that would let a lot of cold air in because the metal is cold. And another bad thing about vans and things is they're a metal body, they're temperature conductive. So, you know, the cold from outside, it's translated in through the metal frame of the van. And the ribs inside, you're going to have condensation. And just like this is going to be really cold, but wood is a natural insulator. Instead of being metal framed, this camper is wood framed with a minimal of wood because it's hard, solid, rigid foam insulation in the top to bottom. In the very bottom, in the ceiling, all the walls are rigid foam insulation. So the other thing is I would like to, if I get rid of this refrigerator, put foam board in the refrigerator vent totally to, you know. So, and I'm going to try to put a shelf here so that's made just like this, you know, made to look just like this, a big one, so I can set my coffee maker on top of it up here and have room underneath here. Have a shelf here that comes out across here, and then maybe even a shelf starting here in this blank area and coming out to here maybe, but the edges will be rounded so you can't bump your head and cut your head. Okay, so I just needed to let you know that. And I took off the reflectors on the front, put foam board in all the reflector holes, so that's insulated too. Okay, and that's what you have to, top to bottom, every last inch of your camper has to be completely. Here's my thermostat. I've got a thermostat that kicks on and off. So, and there wasn't nothing here. It was dead space. So I made a slot here, and of course I framed this in. There was nothing here, and this is resting on the foam board, which is on top of your propane box. I painted these a really dark color. I took these, you can see where I missed a little bit, but I took these doors and painted them almost a black because it gives it a lot more contrast in here. I think it looks a little more sharp with your contrast. So I've got a nice closet here. So yeah, here's a closet, and so I've got places for food, and I can put a lot of your heavy food down inside here. So if you have an ottoman, I took the stanchion out of the floor because it's in the way. You trip over it. Put the stanchion in the bottom of the